Welcome. The trick to find the value of the above angles by using this tabular form is very easy as if you are playing. Now let's go. For this one, let's start from 0, 1, 2, 3. Now let's divide everything by 4. So 0 divided by 4, 1 divided by 4, 2 divided by 4, 3 divided by 4, and 4 divided by 4. Now squared everything. Let's square everything. This squared, and this one also, so this one, so this one. So let's solve it. 0 over 4 is 0, so square root of 0 will be 0, and 1 over 4, the square root of 1 over 4 will be is equal to 1 over 2, because square root of 4 is 2. Now for this one, 2 cancel 4, so it remains 2. So the value of this one 1 over square root of 2. And for the square root of 3 over 4, we have 3 square root of 3 over 2. And for this one, 4 cancel 4, so it means the square root of 1, which is 1. You can see that it seems as if we are playing. Now for the cos theta, interchange the value of sine. So 1 goes here, square root of 3 over 2 goes here, and 1 over square root of 2, and for this one 1 over 2, and for this one 0. So recall that tan theta is equal to sine theta over cos theta. So by doing this, we have 0 over 1. So value of this one is equal to 0. 0 over 1 is equal to 0. And for this one, 1 over 2 divided by square root of 3 over 2. Now let's solve it. 1 over 2 times 2 over square root of 3, because division will change to multiplication with interchanging the last fraction. So 2 cancel 2, so it left 1 over square root of 3. And for this one, we have 1 over square root of 2 divided by 1 over square root of 2. So the value of this one is definitely 1, because the fraction is the same thing. So 1 over square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 2 over 1. So square root of 2 cancel each other, so we have 1. And for this one, square root of 3 over 2 divided by 1 over 2. So we have square root of 3 over 2 multiplied by 2 over 1. 2 cancel 2, so it's left square root of 3, root 3. Now for this one, 1 over 0 is undefined. 1 over 0 is undefined because there's no solution for it. So we can call it undefined or infinity for tan theta. It's usually undefined, but we can call it infinity for tan theta, which is tan 90. So this is the summary of the value we get above. So for this one, we have 0, and sin 30 is 1 over 2, sin 45 is 1 over square root of 2, sin 60 is root 3 over 2, and sin 90 is 1. So just interchange the value. For cos 0 is 1, cos 30 is root 3 over 2, cos 45 is the same thing, 1 over square root of 2, and for this one, cos 60 is 1 over 2, and cos 90 is 0. Now for tan theta, so tan 0 is 0, tan 30 is 1 over square root of 3, tan 45 is 1, tan 60 is square root of 3, and tan 90 is infinity or undefined. Now let's move to another section using sinusoidal graph method. Welcome to this section. Now let's plot a graph of sinusoidal sine graph to find the value of some angles in multiples of 90. So this is the vertical line that's applicable for amplitude, and the horizontal line is for angles, which is theta, that is sine theta, for every value of sine theta we want to find. So for the sine graph, it starts from origin and reach the upper amplitude, reaching the lower amplitude again and again in form of wave graph. Then you can see. So now the upper maximum amplitude is 1, origin is 0, and the lower is -1. For the angles on the horizontals, as the point of first amplitude, we have angle 90, and at this point we have angle 180, just like in multiples of 90. So for this one is 270, and for this one is 360 for the complete one wave. So at this point we have 450, and this one is also 540. This one also, at this point we have 630 degree, and this one is 720. Just continue like that. Now let's find their values. So for sine 90 degree, we have sine 90 is equal to 1, and for 180, sine 180 degree, we have 0 because it's on the line. For sine 270 degree, is on the lower amplitude, so we have -1. Now for sine 360 is on the line, so it is 0. For sine 450 degree, it is on the upper amplitude, so we have 1. For sine 540 degree, so that one is on the horizontal as well, so we have sine 540 degree is equal to 0. And for sine 630 is on the lower amplitude, which is -1, so sine 630 degree is equal to -1. For sine 720 degree is on horizontal, so we have sine 720 is equal to 0. So it's going like that. You can check by using calculator just to convert the value. So now let's move to the next section. Welcome to this session again. For cosine graph method, it's just like sine graph method, but the difference is just where the graph starts from. So now this amplitude, which is vertical line, and the horizontal line is for the angles, which is theta. Now for the sine graph, the graph starts from the origin, but for the cosine graph, it will start from the amplitude, which is 1, from 1. So it will read the lower amplitude, which is -1, and continue to the upper amplitude and lower amplitude again, and continues like that. So hope you are getting it. Now let's level it. So upper amplitude is 1, origin is 0, and the lower amplitude is -1. So for this one, you see the first angle is 90 and it is 0, and the second one is 180, just like the sine graph, but the value of cos 90 is 0. But for the sine graph, it starts from the amplitude, the upper amplitude, which is 1. So hope you are getting it. this is 450 degree, and this is 540 degree. For this one we have 630 degree, and for this one we have 720 degree. So you just continue like that. Now let's extract those value. Cos 90 is equal to 0. Oh, I forget something. So don't forget that cos 0 is equal to 1, because on the origin the amplitude is 1. So for cos 180 is minus 1, lower amplitude, and cos 270 degree is on the line, which is 0. And for cos 360 is 1, because it's on the upper amplitude. And for the cos 450 degree we have 0, because it's on the line. And for cos 540 degree is on the lower amplitude, which is minus 1. And this one also, cos 630 is on the line, it is horizontal line, so we have 0. And for the cos 720 is on the upper amplitude. So thank you for watching. This is the method of finding some angle in multiple of 90. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.